What's up guys, welcome to our channel, or welcome back to our channel. My name is Taylor.
And I'm Jeff.
So you probably clicked this video because you want to learn how to create better habits, not only improve your life, but also your marriage. And these are things that we've learned over the years. We've been together for a little over 12 years and married for over 6 years.
We're not marriage experts. We have our ups and downs, absolutely. But what we're sharing with you today is the 5 tips that we have implemented into our lives.
So a problem that I know that we've had, as well as a lot of our friends and people that we talk to regularly, is that we all have a million things going on.
A lot of times we can be so heavily focused and in tune with our career or insert whatever goal is here that we neglect our family, neglect our significant other.
It's typically either one way or the other. Either you are really focusing in on work and your goals and those types of things, and you're neglecting your own needs, your own ability to recharge, to pour into the things that you need, and also the things that your loved one needs inside of your marriage, those types of things. Or you are pouring into quality time, the things that you need, but then you're neglecting moving forward towards your goals. And it's a really difficult concept to juggle both of them. If everything's a priority, then nothing is a priority. And that's the thing that I think most of us struggle with, is how do we balance work and home life? One of the most impactful things that we have implemented in our life to help with this is time management. But a lot of times people say, get organized, manage your time better, but it's like, how do you actually do that, right? Being aware of what your needs are and what your significant other's needs are is going to be extremely important to make sure that that time that you are saving or managing to put towards furthering your relationship or your goals is actually going towards the things that fulfill you and your relationship. The actual habit that we both utilize is a tool that we actually learned from Andy Frisella called the Powerlist. It helps you organize your day into 5 actual priorities. Because when we think of things like to-do list, it can be a mile long and it could be 9 p.m. and you could still have 100 things on your to-do list because it never feels like you're ever going to accomplish everything, right? What this forces you to do is really set down and say, what are 5 critical tasks that is a priority for me to accomplish today in order for me to move further towards my goals. Now, the reason that this is so important is because, again, if everything's priority, nothing's priority. So understanding what's truly a priority and being able to prioritize and execute on those tasks will help you feel more fulfilled and actually build momentum into not only your day, but towards your goals. And the cool part is, once you have those tasks accomplished, then you can say, all right, I moved forward today, I won today. Now, of course, there's always gonna be more to do, but now it's time for me to pour into my family, pour into my marriage.
So it really allows you to, I guess, kind of the word balance between progressing your career, but also maintaining that relationship and not sacrificing too much time away from family relationships, which at points in that life, sacrifice is necessary on both sides.
Another thing that we see that holds a lot of people back from not only improving their own life, but also inside of their marriage is lack of confidence, lack of energy, lack of just feeling good.
Well, when you don't feel good, you have less confidence, low energy levels, you're fatigued all the time. That's going to directly affect your relationship through your mood, through how you spend that quality time together, or you do any of those things together. Your mood is a big thing that's affected through that relationship piece, and also progressing yourself forward. If you don't have the energy to, continue working hard up towards your goals, you get fatigued, you start to just feel burnt out. A lot of times, what we've noticed, and we've been in and out of this ourselves over the last 12 years, is when you aren't taking care of yourself physically and with your overall nutrition. When those two things are suffering, we notice that everything else in our lives also starts to kind of spiral and decline with that lack of discipline on our exercise and nutrition plan.
Even for people that are really into fitness, like that's our career is in the fitness industry and we still struggle with it. So if you're someone that struggles with nutrition and exercise, do not feel bad.
It's so easy to prioritize other things and other people before ourselves. So we will put that email that we need to send out, or we will put that project at work, or we will put our family before ourselves. But what happens is when we are being selfless in that manner and not taking that little bit of time to be selfish for ourselves and produce that result of being healthy and working on our physical body, then it actually makes us less effective for our significant others. It makes us less effective in our career. It makes us less effective overall because we have lower energy levels, poor mood, and those are 2 things right there alone that no one likes to have. And when you have a higher mood, you have higher energy levels, you're more productive, you're more fun to be around. Your family is probably going to enjoy you more.
You can give more to them.
Yeah, you're able to produce more.
So the second habit is creating good nutrition and exercise habits, all right? And this is going to look different for everybody. And it doesn't mean you have to go, again, all in or all out. We just need to be creating that habit inside of your routine. So it could be incorporating that quality time that you and your significant other spend together at the end of the day. Could be getting up and going on a walk outside. Maybe it's with the family, maybe it's with the dogs, and you can kind of combine some of these things. I know for me, whenever I start eating better, I'm making healthier choices in my nutrition, I'm moving more, just getting more movement into my day, I genuinely feel better overall, and I start becoming more confident. If you struggle with nutrition, we actually just made a what we eat in a day meal prep video that is very simple because we are not big on like these crazy recipes. We like to keep things really simple. So we'll link the video here if you want to watch that or if it would be helpful for you. The biggest thing with this though is don't just say, oh, I'm gonna start eating healthier and exercising. Create an actual tactical approach to this. So that could be, I'm going to exercise for 30 minutes a day. That might be a walk, to be really careful saying that with the dogs. That might be a core workout, that might be some weights, but 30 minutes a day is a great place to start. Create a plan for yourself and then hold yourself accountable to doing that.
Yeah, and the really cool part about that is we just discussed having that power list item or having that power list. Those are two things that you can add to your power list if you're struggling with that right now. If you need help with that, we can link the app that we use to set our macros and track our macros and do our workouts in the description of the video as well for you guys, if you choose to use it.
So something that we've struggled with over the years, and we see it happening to a lot of people, is negative thinking and poor communication and limiting beliefs, and not only yourself, but then also like what you guys can accomplish together. And all those things are so extremely important to improve, because when you're thinking negatively, that is a trickle effect into everything. And then you tack on poor communication. There's so much negativity out there. So if you are not prioritizing what you are putting in your brain, then a lot of that is going to be a lot of the negativity just from the world, from social media. Then you add in comparison and all these kind of things. So it's important that we are spending, I think that fly flew like right
in front of camera.
All these kind of things, so it's important.
Just kind of make a cameo appearance.
Yeah.
Simply just investing time into personal development or self-development. And I love the analogy of that where you're looking at the same concept as nutrition. If you go every single day, all you're eating is honey buns and sugar-loaded sodas all day, every day, then your body is going to be a reflection of what you're taking in. And the same thing goes with your mindset. If all you're taking in every day is the drama on social media, the negativity in the news, and all these negative things that we take in through these outlets, we're not investing and putting in positive things through either reading or listening to podcasts or listening to audiobooks, however you decide to go through that method of self-development, then you're not putting those good nutrients into your brain that's going to help you have a stronger mindset, to help you see a bigger picture, to help you have those stronger beliefs in yourself. Because every single day you're investing in this, you're learning new things, you're learning new perspectives from people, and those perspectives can help you shift your own mindset to have better communication, to have a stronger confidence level in any situation that you're in. So I think that's a very critical piece of what can help you have just an overall better mindset, stronger confidence, which is going to lead to a better performance in your career and definitely a better opportunity to have a solid, strong relationship.
Even if you're pouring into self-belief and you're starting to think more positively, you can still have those feelings of feeling stuck and unmotivated, and also like making sure that you and your partner are also on the same page when it comes to your marriage, and make sure you're thinking about, okay, where do we want to go, and are we discussing those things? Because a lot of times when I see people that are in a rut or they're just really unmotivated and they just are kind of just going through the motions every single day, which is not great for you as an individual or your marriage, right? Whether it's happening to both of you or one of you, it's just not really a great thing. So it's important that you're spending time discussing and thinking and establishing individual goals and goals within your relationship and what you guys want to accomplish and the life that you want to build with each other and the direction that you want to take your lives.
And when you have that, then you have more desire, you have more drive, more motivation to get up and attack the day every single day. So something that we do and we have done for a really long time now is we set 90-day goals every single 90 days, and we review them at the end of the 90 days. And sometimes we hit the goals, sometimes we miss them, and then we can kind of self-evaluate, set the goal again. But we set goals around 3 objects. We set goals around finances, we set goals around physical health, and we also set goals around professional.
You could even throw in like a family goal or whatever.
Enjoyment. Like
yeah,
that's one that we
goal.
set every now and then as well. Is like, what do we want to do in the next 6 months that's something that is enjoyable, something that we wouldn't typically do.
And I like how you said sometimes it's not that we just set these and like we're freaking crushing
Yeah.
them. A lot of the time, don't reach that goal, and then we can ask like, okay, well, what happened? What kind of took away from us reaching that goal? What adjustments that can we make? And then we're just like we get excited about that goal again versus feeling like a failure. It's more of like a learning experience of like, okay, this didn't go the way that we thought. Why? And what adjustments can we do to move forward to make sure we do get closer to that goal?
Even when there is a time that we fall short on the goal, something I want to point out is that if we didn't set that goal in the first place, we probably wouldn't have taken any of the actions toward it. So even though we fell short on the goal, we ended up further than we would have if we didn't have the goal set, because we had a goal and we were working toward it over the 90 days. We just didn't get as far as we wanted to, but we were further ahead than we were 90 days ago, which is always a great concept.
And this creates excitement. This is something that you guys can, sometimes we lay in bed and we just talk about our goals, and sometimes they're the shorter 90-day goals, or they're the 1 year, 2 year, 5 year goals that we just sit there and dream together. And that keeps not only the relationship fun, but life exciting as well. You don't just feel like you're stuck with where you're at, and you can really envision and create the life that you want, to always make sure that that's truly in line with not only what you want, but what you both want. So then you could communicate those thoughts to make sure that the actions that you're taking daily are in line with where you want to go. Because as you sit down and write goals, you might realize that the time that you're spending during the day and the actions that you're taking are not in line with your goals. And that's where you can make an adjustment so you do feel more fulfilled and live with more purpose and excitement towards what you're doing. Also, if you do not already have a vision board, we have a video of how to create a vision board, put it out there on paper, and really just start visualizing that life you want to build. And it's a fun activity that you guys can do together. And it's something we typically update every single year. But if you haven't made one, or if you haven't updated in a long time, now is the perfect time. So we'll link that video here so that you can go look at how to actually make a vision board if you're interested in that. So the fifth thing that we see that holds people back is letting the little things steal your joy. And a lot of this comes from living in the past or living in the future, meaning you're constantly wishing you could go back and change something or go relive something, or you're having anxiety about the future, or you're just wishing away your life. Oh, we'll be happy when we get to this point, or I can't wait for this to happen 6 months down the road, or I'm just ready for us to be at this point in our life. And a lot of the times we are constantly wishing away or upset about all these little things that are going on, that we don't spend time really being present and living in the moment and feeling that joy of the moment. I think a huge piece to not only help improve your own life, but also improve your marriage is living more in the moment and being more present and spending that time really appreciating and having gratitude on where you're at and what you have and the life you get to live and being in the moment.
We both still struggle with this on a consistent basis, which is why these are things that are habits for us. These are things that we do consistently to continue kind of help us stay centered, stay focused on that present moment, because time really does continue to speed up as you age. We've been together for 12 years and it has gone by in the blink of an eye, and that is one of the things that I latch onto and think about so consistently that makes me stop and be focused on and try to be as present as possible, because the last 12 years have literally gone by in a blink. And I have not, because we have been so focused on what we're doing, what's going on ahead of us, what the future may look like, that I feel like I haven't got to enjoy the last 12 years as much as I could have. Because we're so focused on what's next, that we have built an incredible life for ourselves so far, and like we're in a great position in our lives. And until just recently, we have slowed down and focused on where we are, what we have, and who we have around us, and just genuinely taking appreciation in for that. And that is something that has helped so much with overall mood, and just like the daily spirit of just like feeling good throughout the day and not being as anxious, not being as stressed out, because we're blessed. The things that we have around us are amazing, and that goes for you too. If you're watching this video, that means you have some sort of smartphone or some sort of technology in front of you, which means you're in a great position in life as well. Take a little bit of time, slow down, smell the roses, as to say, and enjoy where you are, and let that also fuel you to continue working towards what you want to get to. But don't spend so much time trying to create your life that you don't get to live it.
I like that. Well, and I think at this point, I know we just talked about spending that time setting those goals and like daydreaming, having fun, but don't only live in those moments. Make sure you're also staying grounded and enjoying where you're at, because you'll never get these times back. I really love the quote from The Office. I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, oh, it hit me. I wish there was a way to know you were in the good old days before you actually left them. We hope this was helpful. If you're interested in that, we can make a part 2. Let us know below if this was helpful. We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Nailed it. Bonus tip number 6.
Oh God, I don't know what you're gonna say.
Get a dog.
Oh, I thought you were gonna make a sexual joke.
No. Keep it PG here, because you can't see right now, but
Also true, get a
Karma
dog.
is just laying right under our feet, the cutest thing in the world, just
Yeah.
sleepy as can be, and you know, no matter how bad life is, you come home to them, and they're just so excited to see you every single day, at all times of the day. They just want your love and full attention, and no matter what, you always have that to be grateful for. Let me take that all the way back. No, that wasn't a rewind sound?
No.
That was not. That sounded like you were drinking a slushie.
No.